Why do we sit here being silent, watching our leaders turn into tyrants? Have they forgotten which side they're fighting for? Checks and balances set aside and rule of laws, youth and ours, and Constitution openly ignored. Man, I'm not okay. Think we are being played. Is it time for right and left to join a greater cause? Man, I'm not okay. The rich claim to be victimized just to attack the marginalized. Is 1% really worth more than all the sick and poor? Always preaching about fellowship while planning their dictatorship. Now we've seen how all of this plays out before. Man, I'm not okay. Think we are being played. Time for you and I to join our country's call. Man, I'm not okay. Ever wonder all the mystery, why they whitewash our history? Keep dividing is their plan. All in all, such a scam. Algorithm very sly, only used to spread the lies. Politicians know well, hate is simple to upsell. Man, I'm not okay. Think we are being played. Time for you and I to join our country's call.
We are not okay. America is not okay, and we all know that. Former Congressman Joe Walsh, this is The Social Contract with Joe Walsh. Let's figure out how to get okay together. Hey, I hope you all had a really good weekend. I hope you all stayed warm wherever you are. I know my new political party. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, everybody on Facebook. Welcome, everybody on Instagram. Welcome, everybody on Substack. Welcome, everybody on Twitter. It'll never be X. It's always Twitter. Blue Sky, Threads, and all the rest. Welcome to this show, the Daily Social Contract with Joe Walsh. My new political party, been a Democrat now for about 9 months. Still weird. Can't tell a lie. It's still weird. My new political party doesn't like it when I say the following. Democrats dropped the wall on immigration, and to a large degree, that's why Donald Trump won again in 2024. That mad fuck, that madman, that dangerous, that most horrible human being, the most corrupt president we've ever had, the most lawless president we've ever had, the most unconstitutional president we've ever had, the most dishonest president we have ever had, the most narcissistic president we've ever had. I could go on and on and on. He's sitting in that seat of power again. He's sitting in the White House again to a large degree because my new party, the Democratic Party, they dropped the ball on the issue of immigration. Big time. For the first 3.5 years of the Biden presidency, man, the border was just an open gate, man, floodgate, man. And Biden changed a lot of the policies that Trump had in place. Biden and Kamala ignored the issue of the border until it was too late. This has been a problem for Democrats for a long, long time, and it helped get Trump elected. I believe that. I'll continue to say it because I believe it. I'll continue to say that because I want my new political party, the Democratic Party, not to do that again. I hear from a lot of people who don't like it that I criticize my new party so much. I didn't want Trump in the White House again. That's why I constructively criticize my new party. I don't want anything like Trump in the White House ever again. And that's why I will continue to say, Democrats, on this issue of immigration, don't you dare make that mistake again. It helped get Trump elected. But Democrats, pay attention, and I know you are, because Trump has taken that issue and he's taken it to a dark, ugly, cruel, extreme, un-American place. And because of that, like the issue of immigration and immigration enforcement helped get Trump elected. Now the issue of immigration enforcement is going to give the Democrats the House this year, no matter what. That's automatic, and maybe even the Senate, because Trump has taken it to such an ugly, extreme, dark place, an un-American place, when the American people, like, look now every single day what's going on our streets now when it comes to immigration enforcement. Damn near every American who's not MAGA says that no fucking way, this is not who we are. I remember saying after Trump was sworn in, of every nightmarish policy and scenario and lawless and corrupt and cruel and un-American thing that I thought and knew and believed Trump was going to do, it was his immigration enforcement, his deportations, his mass deportations that most frightened me, and I believed was going to move the American people more than any other issue. I've said this now for months, that what ICE is doing on our streets more than any other issue is going to kick Republicans in the ass in November, these midterms. And I still believe that more and more and more. There was a political earthquake over the weekend down in the state of Texas. My Lord, sweet Lord. Keith, you got that headline? Just the headline. That's all I need to show. A Texas Democrat in a state Senate race won in an overwhelmingly Republican district for the Texas State Senate. In fact, Keith, you can take that away. Thank you, brother. Over the weekend, in one of the most Republican districts in the country, a Democrat won by a lot. This was for the Texas State Senate. It was a district, get this, that a year and a half ago in 2024, less than a year and a half ago, just over a year ago, Donald Trump won this district by 17 points. It's a suburban Fort Worth district. It's a big time Republican district. Trump carried it by 17 points. This Democrat candidate for the state Senate who won this district over the weekend, he won it by 15 points. It was a 32-point turnaround in just 14 months. A 32-point swing. The race wasn't close in this overwhelmingly Republican district. Turnout was really strong. Republicans came out, independents over the weekend came out, and Democrats came out. And when you look at the numbers of how this Democratic state Senate candidate won by 15 points, not even close, a blowout in a district that Trump won by 17 points 14 months ago. When you look at the numbers, what happened was, Democrats, man, right? As we always say, Democrats right now, in every special election, they're crawling bare naked across broken glass for a mile to vote. That's a given. But in this race, in this overwhelmingly Republican district down in Texas, Republicans and independents voted for the Democrat. Independents overwhelmingly voted for the Democrat, and a large share of Republican voters voted for the Democrat. Huge swing in the Latino vote in this district. There's a Latino population in this Texas State Senate district. Latinos in this district who overwhelmingly voted for Trump 14 months ago, they overwhelmingly voted for the Democratic candidate just 2 days ago. And it wasn't a matter of money. The Republican candidate in this race spent over $2 million. The Democratic candidate that won in this race spent barely $200,000. So the Republican candidate spent way more money. Donald Trump publicly endorsed and embraced the Republican candidate, put his arms around her, embraced her, and she still got killed. And funny sidelight, Trump yesterday came out and said, never heard of the district. Huh? Don't know what you're talking about when he was asked about this race on Sunday. I know nothing, never heard of it, don't even know the candidate. Trump endorsed her. But again, Donald Trump lies as he breathes. But again, here's the story, guys. A 32-point swing in 14 months. A political earthquake. Every special election, and this was a special election to fill a state Senate seat, in every single special election since Donald Trump was sworn in, Democrats have been kicking butt. Democratic turnout has been through the roof. But you know what else? With every special election, that margin continues to go up. And with every special election since Trump was sworn in, we're seeing more and more independents and Republicans turn against Republican candidates, and Latino voters turn against Republican candidates. It's a political earthquake. It portends a political tsunami, a blue tsunami in November if we have elections, if we have midterms, if we have free and fair elections. And Trump's going to try to cheat. Trump's going to try to fuck with the elections. Trump's going to try to cancel elections. That's all a given. But if we have midterms in November and they're free and fair midterms in November, it's going to be a big old blue tsunami like we ain't never seen. Why? Why? It's not complicated. What happened down in Texas this weekend, what's happened since Trump was sworn in, why are Democrats kicking ass and Republicans are getting killed in these elections? It's not complicated. It's kind of like this. Because every day, the American people are seeing on their phones, on their laptops, on their TVs, on social media, in their emails and texts, every single day, Americans are seeing images and stories and videos of lawless, cruel, un-American hatred on our streets. Republicans are getting smoked right now because of what ICE is doing. Republicans are getting smoked right now because every single day we are seeing images and videos of masked federal thugs stomping all over the Constitution, beating up immigrants, shooting and killing Americans, denying due process, disappearing people, on and on the list it goes. Every single day we're seeing it. We're seeing cruelty. We're seeing every single day images of where Trump has taken this issue of immigration enforcement to a dark, ugly, hateful, cruel, extreme, lawless, un-American place every single day. Videos like this. So here's ICE 2 days ago. Let me just set the table for this quick one. I'll give you a quick look. 2 days ago, ICE pulled over someone who proved she was an American citizen, and ICE tried to grab her car keys. Keith, you've got that one? The ICE dudes with the...
Sir.
Good morning, officer.
Hello. Good morning.
Bright and early, huh?
Yes, sir. How you guys doing?
Good.
Hey, good. Can you turn your car off?
It's been off.
Huh?
It's been off.
Okay, the keys?
I don't gotta give you the keys.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do. I'm asking for the keys.
For what?
ID?
I can put it on.
Ma'am, you're a U.S. citizen?
Yeah, look,
Okay,
I'm showing you my passport, ain't it?
Thank you.
Look, I'm a citizen.
Yeah, go ahead.
What's your name, sir?
Jason.
Jason?
Yes, sir.
Okay. U.S. citizen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You have ID?
Yes, sir.
Whose car is this?
Friend of mine. Borrowing it for work.
All right.
You can stop there, Keith. You can yank that. That went on and on and on. These are two American citizens sitting in the car. ICE demand, by the way, ICE cannot stop anyone for any simple traffic violation. That's what they did here. And then demand, can you give me your car keys? ICE has no constitutional right to do that. No one has to turn their car keys over to ICE. Just one simple example, and there are hundreds of them every day where these masked federal thugs are lawless, utterly lawless, and stomping on the constitutional rights of immigrants and citizens. And again, keep track of the point here. This is why Republicans are going to get fucking smoked in November, because people are seeing these images. Here was another one from yesterday up in Minnesota. Let me set the table for this one. A female observer is following ICE agents in her car. She has a right to do that. She has a right to film ICE agents. She has a right to follow ICE agents. This is what went down. Fire away, Keith.
I think someone needs to call 911. They are seriously attacking me.
We'll call 911 right now.
Yep.
What's your location?
Call 911. I'm right at the corner of Jefferson.
3 of them. They get out, 3 of them. They get out of their car, guns drawn.
Nope.
Pointed at the
No,
car.
I will not get out of the car.
Demand she gets out of the car.
No.
She didn't have to get out of the car.
No.
She's observing ICE.
I will not get out of the car. You guys, I need CEOs here
Get
now.
out of the car.
No,
They tried to
I will
force her out
not
of the
get
car.
out of the car.
This
You
is an
can't do
American
this.
citizen who's
Get your
observing
hands
ICE.
off of me. Get your fucking hands off me. Get your hands off me. I am not doing shit. I am observing. I am observing.
You can pull it, Keith. This went on for 15 minutes. Another observer called the local police. The local police came and stopped ICE from making an arrest. These mass federal thugs, right? By the way, shot or killed nine people in the month of January. They haven't learned a thing. They stop their car in front of this woman who's just observing them. They jump out of their car, guns drawn on her. They walk in front of the car. They learned nothing about the shooting and killing of Renee Good. They did everything wrong. They get out of their car with their guns drawn, try to physically force this woman out of the car who did nothing wrong, who violated nothing. She filmed ICE and she was observing them. And if not for another citizen who called 911, called the cops, she would have been detained and arrested, and those charges would have been dropped, because this is what ICE does. They get paid, man, for arresting as many as they can. It doesn't matter whether they're legit charges or not. Again, here's the point. That video right there of 3 ICE thugs jumping out of a car, guns drawn on this woman, has a gazillion views. This kind of things happening every day all over the country, and the American people are seeing it. And the American people, right, are saying this is not who we are. We will not let this be who we are. This can't stand. And this is why Republicans are getting their butts whooped. Or how about this one? Keith, we got that New York Times headline article about the children who are in detention. If you've got a chance to read this article, do. It's a gift article, New York Times, so you can read it, about how immorally and inhumanely children are being treated in these, oh, fuck it, these are concentration camps. These are not warehouses, and these are not detention centers. These are concentration camps, and there are children getting sick, children who are going to need help for years to recover what they've been from what they've been through. A 2-year-old boy who's returned to breastfeeding while in detention. A 6-year-old boy had leukemia. Nobody dealt with that health condition. An 8-year-old girl began wetting the bed. A 14-year-old girl engaged in self-harm. An amazing article here, on and on and on and on, about what these masked federal thugs, what Trump has done to children, throwing them in concentration camps. Oh, and by the way, the measles outbreak. Liam, the 5-year-old boy who thankfully was returned home with his father last night, who was held in detention, the detention center concentration camp he was in down in Texas, has just had a huge outbreak of the measles. America, February 2nd, 2026, has concentration camps sprouting up all over the country. Children are getting sick. Children are hurting. Children will be dying in these concentration camps. You want to know why Republicans are going to fucking get their butts whooped in November? By the way, the 2 ICE thugs who shot and killed Alex Preddy, you can get rid of this, Keith, if you've got that other headline. Their names have finally been announced. The names of the Border Patrol agents who shot and killed Alex Preddy. Finally, after what, almost 2 weeks, finally we know Jesus Ochoa and Raimundo Gutierrez. Here's what's interesting about these 2 guys. They're not new hires. Thanks, Keith. They're not new hires. These 2 Hispanic Border Patrol agents, one of them's been on the force for 11 years. The other one's been on the force for 7 years. Don't you just tell me that this is just the new hires. There's a sickness. There's a cancer in this agency, which is why this agency needs to be abolished, which is why Democrats, my new party, shouldn't be afraid to say, you can't fucking reform and fix this thing. This was an 11-year veteran, a 7-year veteran, who for no reason publicly executed a man who was pinned down on the ground and disarmed, and they shot him 10 times. By the way, the American people see headlines like that. Beyond a gazillion Americans have seen the video of the public execution of Alex Preddy. Just one more notion I want to throw at you along these lines of why the American people, every day, people who don't normally pay attention to politics, every day, these images, these videos of the lawlessness of these thugs ignoring the Constitution, of these thugs brutalizing and assaulting immigrants and Americans. The American people are seeing these images and videos every single day. Over the weekend, a federal judge down in Texas just went on a rant against the Trump administration for detaining that 5-year-old boy, Liam, from Minneapolis. Remember? ICE grabbed the 5-year-old boy, sent him and his dad down to a detention center in Texas. The judge, at the end of his ruling this weekend, when he said, release that boy, and by the way, Liam and his father are back home as of yesterday in Minneapolis. But the judge, the federal judge who issued the ruling, ended his ruling with just amazing language. Keith, we have that. What he said. This is at the end of Judge Beery's ruling. When after he went through and said, you had no business, you had no law, you had no constitutional right to detain this 5-year-old. You abused all of that to detain this 5-year-old and send him down to Texas. Shame on you. You acted like an authoritarian, a tyrant. Send that boy back home to Minneapolis, this federal judge down in Texas said. And then he closed his ruling with this. Philadelphia, September 17th, 1787. Remember this historical anecdote? A woman asked Benjamin Franklin, after they signed the Declaration of Independence, declared their independence, well, Dr. Franklin, what do we have? And Benjamin Franklin responded, a republic, if you can keep it. And then the judge said, with a judicial finger in the constitutional dike. With a constitutional finger, a judicial finger in the constitutional dike, trying to hold and keep this Constitution together. That's a federal judge in a ruling making damn clear that a constitutional republic, Dr. Franklin, is teetering right now. He's got a finger in a dike with this ruling, just trying to keep the Constitution alive. This is an administration every single day with this masked private secret police force abusing the Constitution every day. And we've got members of the judiciary doing all they can to keep the constitutional republic together with a judicial finger in the constitutional dike. Look, this Monday, I get it all. I understand that Donald Trump is a fascist. I've always believed that. He's a madman. He's the absolute worst of us. And you invade a sovereign country like Venezuela to steal their oil. Another article came out this weekend about how beyond corrupt the Trump family is. And the deals, the private family deals they're cutting with countries in the Middle East, and how their entire policy on Ukraine, their peace plan for Ukraine, Trump's peace plan for Ukraine is all about enriching his family by a couple $1 trillion. He's the most, I get it, openly corrupt, openly lawless. He is a fascist. He is a dictator, all of that. And I get that. He hadn't done a thing about affordability. Things cost more now than they did when he got elected. I get that. And we've lost 70 to 80,000 manufacturing jobs. His utterly crazy, stupid, unconstitutional, incompetent tariffs, right, have devastated the manufacturing sector to the tune of about 80 to 90,000 jobs. I get it. I get it. Inflation continues to creep up. I get it. Affordability is a real issue. I get it. But I went on TV this weekend talking about all of this, and I led with and I ended with this. I said, we talked about the race in Texas. And I said, look, guys, this is one of those rare moments in American history. Really, there haven't been many of these, where most Americans look at what's going on. Most Americans look at what's going on and they say, this is not who we are. which means this must not be who we are. Every now and then, that's happened in American history. And the American people then respond politically and electorally. This is one of those moments. Almost every American today has never, ever seen what's happening on our streets now. Masked federal thugs abusing the Constitution, denying constitutional rights, lawlessly roaming on our streets, barging into houses, knocking down doors, breaking glass car windows, pulling people out of cars, shooting people, killing people, assaulting immigrants, detaining immigrants without any due process, disappearing immigrants never to be heard from again, sending them to countries that were not the countries of their origin. I could go on and on and on. This is happening. Detaining children, not taking care of children when those children have health issues, grabbing 82-year-old Latino grandmothers out of libraries, grabbing Latino workers out of Home Depot parking lots. I could go on and on for hours. The point is, Americans have never seen this before. And the majority of the American people are shouting out in unison, this is not who we are. No fucking way. And that, more than anything, is going to kick Trump and my former party in the ass in November. Assuming we have midterms, assuming they are free and fair midterms. Our job, keep spreading the images, keep sharing the videos. Our job as well is please get involved in Paxos.app. This is, and we're really, really close to putting this thing out and getting it into the hands of the folks who need it. It's the Know Your Rights app, the single place that everybody can go to know how to lawfully and legally fight back against what these masked thugs are doing. It's a big part of what I'm doing. Become part of it. Paxos.app. Please go to that site, that GoFundMe page. Check it out and read about it, right? ICE has no right to pull you over for a traffic violation. Too many immigrants and citizens don't know that. Paxos will tell them that. ICE has no right to grab your car keys, to make you give them your car keys. Too many immigrants and too many citizens don't know that. Paxos tells them that, and on and on and on and on. Check out Paxos.app. Become part of the solution. Paxos.app. Check it out. Give what you can give. Become a part of this growing community. Every dollar you give will help protect a family in need. Protect a family, save a family from a crisis. My Substack, guys, give it a look this Monday, if you'd like. Social Contract with Joe Walsh at substack.substack.com. Social Contract with Joe Walsh.substack.com. Check out the Substack if you like it. Man, become a subscriber. That would be just awesome. My email, if you want to shoot me an email about anything under the sun, the Social Contract with Joe Walsh at gmail.com. The Social Contract with Joe Walsh at gmail.com. All one word. Stay in the fight. Let's have a good week. Be brave.
Thank you for listening. Remember to listen, follow, and share The Social Contract with Joe Walsh on Apple, Spotify. Plus, don't forget to subscribe to The Social Contract on Substack. This has been The Social Contract with Joe Walsh.